అమరావతిలో జరుగుతున్న జాతీయ మహిళా పార్లమెంట్ సదస్సులో నటి మనీషా కొయిరాల మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారం ద్వారా చూద్దాం.
And I'm hoping to address this at the remote villages in Nepal coming months as a UNFPA Goodwill Ambassador. Almost 50% girls under the age of 18 are married. Lowest female literacy rate. Both India and Nepal featured lowest in female literacy. Dowry. I used to think things like problems like dowry is for the poor and uneducated. But no. I was appalled to know that this exists even in middle class, educated people, rich class, everywhere. Domestic violence, many crimes like assault, kidnap, rape, acid attack. When we hear so many stories on the news, it makes you wonder, are there not enough law? But of course we have law. But implementing those laws are the problems because of the loopholes. We must implement the law so that there is a fear of the law. We need to hear more stories that somebody does anything wrong to a woman is punished by the law. We need to see more examples. Things like wage difference. You girls are young students, you are studying really hard, and you fly out with the flying colors, and you get into the job, you work really hard, and just because your friend who's a male, he works equally hard, he's equally talented, but because he's a man, he gets 25% more. Is that fair? As a Bollywood actress, I have to share something of my story too. There was a time when I was doing a lot of movies, I was at the top of my game. I was shocked to know my salary and the hero's salary the difference was huge. I thought I was important for the film. But when I saw that, I was so hurt and disappointed. I asked the producer, this makes me feel unwanted, this makes me feel small. If I'm not really wanted, then try making the film only with a male actor and see who sees the film. Which brings me down to the last point, but not the least, is political participation. We have almost 50% women voting, yet only 11% member of parliament are women. Imagine if we have more women on decision-making chairs, on policy changing and making chairs, what kind of a parliament we will have, what kind of a government we will have. We need more women in our boardrooms, in our courtrooms, in our schools and universities. What kind of a society we will be making? What kind of a nation we will be having? Imagine that. When I was called here, I asked a question to myself. What can I say that would add value to you all? You, this bunch of young creative forces. I was of your age one day, not long back, some years back. I was young. When I saw double standard in our society, in my work area, it hurt me, disappointed me, it angered me. And then I became a rebel. Rebel without a cause was my title. That's how I reacted. And I'm not saying that's the best way to be, that's the best way to react. Many years later, with a couple of wrong decisions, I know better now. I hope I'm a little wise now. In times of confusion, in times of disappointment, there is a better way to deal with that, and that is to stay inspired by great ladies this country has already produced. Some of them are already here on the stage. We've had Rani Lakshmi Bai, who knows as Jhansi Ki Rani. We have Ahilya Bai. We have female Prime Minister. So many women. We need to be inspired with them. You know, when it's there in our culture, in our history, in our genes, why not to take benefit from that? Let's remember them. And times of confusion, do not forget who you all are.